welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something maybe a bit old school, direct mail.
Right, but it's making a real comeback.
Exactly. It might seem like a throwback, but we're going to explore how, when you use it strategically, it can genuinely improve your client's journey and their whole experience with you.
That's right. I mean, think about it. We're all drowning in emails, notifications. A physical piece of mail, it cuts through.
It does. It creates a connection, something tangible.
Totally. Digital just can't replicate that feeling. So yeah, it's a powerful tool for building stronger client relationships.
And to really get into how this works, we've been looking at applying direct mail across the entire customer lifecycle. We drew a lot from Wolverine Solutions Group.
Ah, Wolverine.
They're not new players here. They've been doing direct mail production for, 47 years?
47 years. That's quite a history. And they've built a really solid reputation.
Absolutely. And get this, they handle over 1.5 million pieces of communication every single day.
Wow. 1.5 million daily. That kind of volume, plus the 47 years.
Yeah.
It really says something about their expertise, doesn't it?
It definitely does. It signals, deep understanding, data, personalization, delivery, the works. And handling that many pieces shows massive trust from businesses.
Exactly. So our mission today, basically, is to dig into how a company like Wolverine, with that kind of history and scale, helps businesses use direct mail strategically, like at every single touch point.
Right. Not just the first hello. We're talking nurturing loyalty, winning back old clients, really enhancing the whole client experience.
Yeah.
We found some really interesting stuff on this life cycle approach.
And that holistic view is, I think, the key takeaway. Direct mail isn't just for acquisition anymore.
Right.
It's super versatile. You can use it strategically all the way through the client life cycle to make their experience better and strengthen that bond with your brand. It adds a physical dimension,
Okay, so this full life cycle idea, what does that actually mean in practice, like day to day?
Well, it means seeing the client relationship as a continuous thing, not just like separate sales. Wolverine, from their perspective, sees direct mail as part of a bigger plan.
An integrated part.
Exactly, an integrated component of a customer lifecycle strategy. It's about using what makes direct mail unique, that physical aspect at each stage. A memorable first impression maybe, or reinforcing value, or even a nice invitation to come back.
So thinking beyond just let's send out a mailer, seeing it as a tool for keeping the conversation going.
Precisely. We're looking at how it works for, initial engagement, then building loyalty with existing customers, and even those tricky win-back campaigns for inactive clients.
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool is seeing how a company with Wolverine's history, their 47 years, uses that experience plus modern tools like their Wolverine Connect platform and pretty advanced data processing.
Right, blend in the old and new. So let's start at the beginning. Client acquisition. How does direct mail fit there now?
Well, like you said, in this super crowded digital world, direct mail has that standout advantage: tangibility.
You can touch it.
Yeah, it's a physical thing. It demands a bit more attention than just another email zipping by. It forces a pause almost.
It's that tactile thing, isn't it? You hold it, maybe it sits on the counter, harder to just swipe away like a notification. But how do you make sure it gets to the right person, someone who might actually care?
That's where the strategy comes in. It really starts with clean data, good data hygiene, making sure your contacts are right.
Crucial.
Super crucial. Then you combine that with smart segmentation and really understanding your ideal client through, detailed demographic modeling. You're not just blasting everyone, you're carefully targeting.
Makes sense. And once you've got that audience figured out, the message itself has got to hit home, right? That personal touch.
Oh, absolutely. Things like variable data printing or VDP let you personalize like crazy.
Okay.
You can use their name, maybe reference things they might be interested in. It just feels way more relevant. And then, of course, you need a clear offer, maybe time sensitive, and a really simple call to action. Make it easy for them.
So specifically, how does Wolverine Solutions Group help with acquisition campaigns? What did they bring to the table?
Well, with their, 47 years, they've got the whole process down. They help with finding and cleaning up those acquisition lists, doing the audience modeling, applying targeted logic.
Foundations.
Exactly. Then they produce the personalized pieces using VDP, navigate all the postal rules, which can be complex, and optimize postage, which saves real money on big campaigns.
All right.
Plus, their Wolverine Connect platform gives clients control, online proofing, and tracking individual mail pieces, so you know when it lands.
Okay, so you've got the new client, or at least made contact. What's next? Where else does direct mail boost the journey?
Next up is building loyalty, keeping those existing clients happy.
Yeah, everyone knows retaining is cheaper than acquiring, right?
Way cheaper. And loyal clients tend to spend more, recommend you more. It's
Yeah.
huge. Direct mail here acts as that tangible reminder, hey, we value you.
It's about making them feel seen, appreciated. A personal thank you, maybe an exclusive offer based on what they bought before. That stuff strengthens the bond.
Totally. Retention mail reinforces trust, builds that emotional connection. You can use their purchase history, behavioral data, trigger proactive campaigns.
Like what?
Maybe a special offer on their customer anniversary,
Mhm.
or a sneak peek at new stuff related to their past buys, even just a simple personal thank you note. And loyalty programs, especially with a physical card or mailed reward updates, that tangible piece really helps.
And how does a company like Wolverine, with all that history, support these retention efforts?
Well, their experience means they have the systems for automated personalized retention. Their data processing can handle triggers sending mail based on specific actions or dates.
Okay.
They manage the complex data for loyalty programs using VDP for those custom offers. And importantly, because this often involves sensitive data, their processes are SOC2 audited. That means high security and compliance, which builds trust.
Okay, but what if, a client stops engaging, goes quiet? Can direct mail help bring them back?
Definitely. Customer churn happens, it's normal. But a smart win-back campaign is a big opportunity. And direct mail can be really effective here.
How so?
It feels a bit more personal, maybe less intrusive than another email pleading for them to come back. That physical piece can really stand out.
It must be a bit delicate, though. You want to reach out but not sound desperate. What makes a good win-back mailer?
Good question. First, try to understand why they left, if you can. Segmenting lapsed customers helps tailor the message.
Right.
Then the piece itself. Acknowledge their past business, maybe apologize if something went wrong, and definitely include a good reason to return a special discount, a limited time offer. The tone needs to be inviting, appreciative. Oh, and timing matters. Research suggests reaching out maybe 60 to 180 days after they stopped interacting works well.
And how does Wolverine's experience and setup help with these win-backs?
Well, managing huge amounts of data for years means they're good at finding and segmenting those inactive groups. They can help create dynamic messages, tailored to different lapsed segments, handle different creative versions, and send them out efficiently. And again, Wolverine Connect gives clients visibility. They can see the campaigns, track the individual pieces, which helps figure out what's working.
Okay, we've covered getting clients, keeping them, winning them back. What about online? People put stuff in their cart but then leave. Can direct mail actually help there?
It's a newer idea, but yeah. That tangibility factor can be surprisingly good at nudging those almost buyers. Email reminders are standard, sure, but easy to ignore.
Mm-hmm.
A physical mail piece is more novel, a memorable reminder of what they liked.
So you're saying like a postcard arrives showing the actual shoes they almost bought.
Pretty much. Speed and personalization are key here. You want it to arrive fairly quickly after they abandon the cart. Show the products, the price, maybe a little sweetener, free shipping, small discount to encourage them to finish. That physical nudge can hit harder than another digital ping.
That sounds technically tricky, though. Real-time data, personalized printing. How does a company like Wolverine, with its long direct mail history, manage that?
Their experience has pushed them to build robust data pipelines. They can connect to client e-commerce platforms, CRMs, and trigger those personalized mailings automatically based on abandoned cart data. Their VDP tech handles printing the specific products and offers, and Wolverine Connect provides the proofing and tracking needed for these time-sensitive mailers, helping sync them with any digital follow-ups, too.
Okay, here's another one that sounds interesting. IP matching. Following up website visitors with direct mail. How does that work?
Yeah, it's pretty cutting edge. It bridges digital behavior and physical mail. Basically, you capture anonymous website traffic data
Okay.
and use tech to match the IP addresses of those visitors to physical postal addresses. Then you can send personalized direct mail to people who browsed your site, even if they never filled out a form or gave you an email.
Whoa. So someone checks out a product page, leaves, and a few days later, a relevant brochure or offer shows up at their house. That's kind of powerful.
It really is. You reach potential clients you'd otherwise miss entirely. It's especially good for, say, big purchases where people research a lot, or B2B sales cycles. That tangible follow-up reinforces your brand and might just bring them back.
And how does Wolverine, with its deep direct mail routes, facilitate this newer IP retargeting stuff?
Well, their infrastructure has evolved.
Yeah.
They now support the automated data flows and, importantly, the privacy-conscious address matching needed for IP retargeting.
Right, privacy is key there.
Absolutely. Their tech links with website analytics to trigger mailings after a visit. And like always, Wolverine Connect gives visibility and tracking, which is vital for coordinating these efforts with your other marketing.
We usually think of direct mail as flyers or postcards, but you mentioned transactional mail to bills, statements as being strategic. That's not something you normally think of as marketing.
Right. But think about it. Open rates for bills and statements are super high. People expect them. They look at them.
True.
So that makes them a prime spot to subtly reinforce your brand or deliver a targeted message in a context the client already trusts.
So it's not just about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's a chance to maybe build the brand, cross-sell something relevant without being pushy.
Exactly. A clean professional statement reflects well on your brand. You can add branded elements, maybe loyalty point updates, relevant tips. Use that space wisely alongside the main info. It enhances the experience.
And given Wolverine's 47 years and that massive daily volume, they must be experts in handling transactional mail securely and efficiently.
Oh, absolutely. They understand the security, the speed needed, all the compliance rules. They can help weave in that branded content using variable data tailored based on account type, lifecycle stage, even location. And Wolverine Connect is the hub for proofing, monitoring production, and getting detailed reports, right down to tracking individual statement delivery.
Okay, let's shift to making things feel really personal. The idea of event-triggered or life-stage mailings came up. What's the power there?
These are incredibly effective because they hit at just the right time with relevant info.
Like,
Think about getting a personalized note on your, say, service anniversary with a company, or a helpful welcome kit when you open an account, or a timely reminder before a renewal is due. When mail lines up with these specific moments, it feels really personal, shows you understand their journey.
new mover campaigns were mentioned too.
Yeah, those are great. Reaching someone who just moved with useful local info and a welcome offer, that positions you as helpful right away.
It's showing you see them as more than just a customer number, right? As an individual on their own path.
Precisely. Builds a more genuine connection. Wolverine helps clients set up and automate these campaigns using data rules and schedules. They handle the lists, the VDP customization, the timing based on those triggers. And naturally, Wolverine Connect gives clients real-time access to proofs, tracking, and schedules for all of it.
We've danced around it, but let's zoom in on personalization itself. Variable data printing, VDP. Generic mail just doesn't cut it anymore, does it?
Not really, no. Clients expect you to know them, at least a little. Personalization isn't just nice to have, it's often expected. VDP is the tech that lets you make each mail piece unique using customer data.
So beyond just the name and address.
Oh yeah, you can change offers, images, whole paragraphs based on their purchase history, their location, their preferences. It makes the communication feel like it's truly for them.
So one print job, but potentially thousands of unique versions.
Exactly. That level of tailoring makes the mail feel way more relevant, boosting engagement and response. Wolverine's got deep expertise here handling complex, high-volume VDP jobs accurately and fast. Their data team is key formatting files, applying the logic, making sure it's all seamless.
Okay, sending personalized mail is great, but you need to know if it's working. Measuring results is obviously critical.
Absolutely essential. You can't improve what you don't measure. Tracking performance is how you get insights, optimize future campaigns, and importantly, show ROI.
How do you track direct mail response?
Several ways. Unique offer codes they have to use, QR codes they scan, maybe dedicated phone numbers or specific website URLs printed only on the mail piece. That lets you tie responses directly back to the mailing.
And it's not just if they responded, but who responded into what, right?
Exactly. Analyzing response by segment, A/B testing different offers or designs, looking at timing, that tells you what works best for different groups. Wolverine helps set up those metrics and generate the tracking elements. Wolverine Connect pulls the results together, offering detailed insights via piece-level tracking. They can even help with post-campaign analysis to figure out what the data means and how to improve next time.
Last piece here, integration. In today's world, marketing isn't just one channel. How does direct mail play nice with digital?
That's a really important point. Direct mail is much stronger when it's part of a multi-channel strategy, working alongside digital ads, email, social media, etc.
How so?
A coordinated approach boosts message recall, reinforces the brand story, and keeps clients engaged across different platforms. Direct mail can drive people online, reinforce a digital message with something tangible, or just provide that solid physical anchor for your brand in their minds.
So it's about making sure everything sings the same song, just in different keys.
Nicely put, yeah. Consistent timing and messaging are vital. Maybe an email goes out first, then a more detailed direct mail piece follows up. Or the mailer has a QR code leading to a specific landing page.
And Wolverine helps connect those dots.
They do. They support syncing data across platforms, integrating with marketing automation tools and CRMs. And Wolverine Connect is central here too, providing the tracking data needed to align the timing and messaging across all your different channels effectively.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for businesses wanting to improve their client journey?
I think the core message is that direct mail, especially when done strategically with an experienced partner like Wolverine Solutions Group, is still a really powerful, versatile tool. It can enrich that client journey at every single stage.
Yeah.
Using their 47 years of experience and their tech lets you move beyond just getting customers to actually building lasting relationships through communication that's relevant, personal, timely, and tangible.
And we shouldn't forget Wolverine's credentials. 47 years, that solid reputation,
Yeah.
handling over 1.5 million communications daily.
Hmm.
It really highlights their capability to pull off these complex strategies.
Totally. Their track record and scale speak volumes about the trust businesses have in them to execute effectively.
So for everyone listening, maybe think about how these lifecycle direct mail ideas could fit into your business. How could you use them to build stronger client bonds and deliver a better overall experience?
And maybe a final thought to chew on. In this digital-heavy world we live in, what's the unique power of something you can actually hold in your hand? How can using that physical connection strategically make your brand stand out and forge deeper, more meaningful connections with your clients?
Definitely something to think about. If you want to learn more about how Wolverine Solutions Group could help with strategic direct mail, check out their website, wolverinemail.com.
That's wolverinemail.com.
Their office is at 1601 Clay Street, Detroit, MI 48201. And you can email their sales team at sales@wolverinemail.com.
Sales@wolverinemail.com.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.